Hey everybody, welcome back to Awesome Finds. Now I just got back from the Too Many Records Fest at the Federal in North Hollywood, California, and it was a blast. I had a great time. There was some great food, saw some great bands, Tiny Stills, the album Leaf, Fort Vine, and on top of all that, there was a ton of records, over 1,000 records from Matt's personal collection.
So we're here early.
Yeah.
Ground floor. I don't even know what time it is. I think we got maybe...
I've been up since 6 in the morning.
Whew! You're selling these.
Yeah.
As I'm messing them up, getting
amongst
fingerprints.
1,000 records.
How does that feel right now?
Well, I feel like it'll feel sad to lose some amazing records, but great to have more space to walk around my room. So it's like kind of a mixed bag.
And I got to dig through every bin, and I even got to go to the very coveted Grails section, which was a little out of my price range, but there was some great records there as well. I ended up picking mostly from the $20 and the $10 bins. Those were a little bit more comfortable, and you know, it was cool to sort of experience someone else's collection, see how their tastes really differ from mine, and I met some great people at the fest.
Okay, these are all gonna be kind of basic, but I sold my record collection a long time ago, like an idiot. Keep your records, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Classic.
I got David Bowie, Let's Dance, so let's dance. And
oh, perfect.
Dude, I was so stoked to see this for $10. $10.
You got there before me.
Yes, Arctic Monkeys.
Perfect.
And I couldn't go without Bob Dylan. This is one of the records I don't have, and with a little vinyl rewind, we got Led Zeppelin,
all right.
Full in the Rain, if you know it. And
through the outdoor, right?
Whoever, yes, you got it. And whoever knows this one, you guys are definitely
Oh, that's great.
probably a good friend of mine. So
That's a great album.
those are all of them. But did you see the guy before me?
Yeah. No,
Yes.
I got a shot of
okay,
that.
good.
I'm afraid to know how much that cost.
Me too. Honestly.
It was a great time, and Matt really put on a very professional record show. I was very impressed, and he should be very proud. And it was a smashing success because by the end, I swear, at least 2/3 of all the records were sold. I took a little peek in there right before I took off. But after saying all that, I want to show you what I picked up. But before we do that, I just want to put on my gloves here to eliminate any sort of getting fingerprints. I don't know, I'm gonna start a habit here. Someone commented I should wear gloves every episode, make it a thing, and I was like, you know what? I should do that for Awesome Finds, because then I don't have to worry about pinching the record, because the oils won't get on the vinyl. So we're gonna start with the cheapest records and then move on up. I think these were about $5 each. So first we have The Doors, The Soft Parade from 1969. Now this is a 80s repressing, but you know what? I didn't have this record, and I thought, I gotta get all of The Doors discography, and might as well get it now from Matt's personal collection. And there's opening up, you get a nice gatefold image, and on the back there, you get kind of a cool mirror effect with the Doors logo. And I'll show you guys the record itself. As you can see, it came in this very 80s Electra sleeve there, and here we go, side 1, and there is side 2. Overall, I did enjoy this record. It's funny, growing up I loved what's that song called, Touch Me. I used to sing that all the time. Come on now, touch me, baby. Not like Elvis though. Yeah, it was cool to hear where that song came from, because when you listen to it on the greatest hits, it kind of comes out of nowhere, but on the context of the album, it makes a lot more sense. So we're gonna move on to my next pickup. This is Marvin Gaye's, sadly, last record from 1982 on CBS Records. And overall, just a great classic kind of 80s sound, and so sad that Marvin Gaye left us. He left us way too soon. On the back there, you get a little cityscape. I will probably take it out of the shrink wrap, but then I will cut out this hype sticker here, because I like to keep those. I like to collect those. Show you guys the record itself. It's actually very good condition here. This is side 1. There's a little bit of fingerprint there. It's not for me, I'll tell you that. And there's side 2. I got Matt's fingerprint. I can do some incriminating evidence. Still in the $5 bin, we have Heart's debut album, Dreamboat Annie. I didn't realize that this was their debut, honestly. I got this from my wife because she's a big Heart fan, and we didn't own it, so I thought, why not get it now? Eventually, I'll probably upgrade to one in a better condition, but this one will work for now. Opening up, you get a lot of great photos of the band there, and on the back, a nice big heart with the track listings. Here we go. Here is there's side 1. It is, actually, this one is rather scratched up, so I will definitely be on the lookout for a new one. There's side 2 there. Up next, we have The Call with their 5th album, Into the Woods, from 1987 on Elektra Records. Again, if you guys have been watching the program, you know I like to collect records of bands that came out of Santa Cruz, where I'm from, and I really enjoyed the music on this. It has that kind of real classic, it's funny calling it now, but like that indie rock of the 80s. That's the kind of sound that it has. On the back there, you get shots of the band, and I will show you the record. Here we go. Gotta clean this one. Here is side 1, and there is side 2. Up next, I have Grace Jones with her 5th album, Nightclubbing, from 1981 on Island Records. When I was much younger, I only knew Grace Jones from that cheesy James Bond movie. So I thought she was just kind of a celebrity making a single. I didn't realize she has the discography that she does, and she's just an exquisite artist. I love everything that she does, even if it's not necessarily music I like to listen to. It's just, she's so fascinating and interesting, and I love her creative expression. And this album is just, oh, so chock full of 80s goodness, like early 80s sort of dance music, sort of synthesizer music. Just, I really recommend checking her out. She's got some great stuff. And this one I think is considered one of her better albums, if not like one of her classic albums. On the back there, pretty basic. What's cool is that it came in this very glossy inner sleeve. It's just black, nothing too fancy about it, but I like that inclusion. Here is side 1, and there is side 2. I love these early Island labels too. That setting sun is very striking. So up next, I have Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. This is a live album, but it's technically a soundtrack to the concert film from 1976. And this one, I honestly, when I first played it, I didn't realize it was a live record. It shows you how much I really know about Led Zeppelin, but I'm aiming to correct that. And yeah, it plays like a greatest hits album. It is really good, and I don't usually say that about live albums, but this one, I think it's really worth owning. What's cool about this, it has a booklet. I haven't really gone through all of this yet. I wish it wasn't stapled into the album though, I'll say that much, because I like to have these things outside of it and be able to kind of leave the cover up while I look through the booklet here, but still, really cool stuff. I love this artwork, by the way. I really want to know who did this, because I love this style. And on the back there, oh yeah, this one came in just some plain black paper sleeves. I'm not sure which record this is. Let's see. This is, okay, this is side 1. There's side 2, side 3, and side 4. All right, so now we're moving on to the $10 records. We're gonna start with Depeche Mode's 5th album, Black Celebration, on Mute Records from 1986. This is a UK pressing, and it's got this nice reliefed cover, which I thought was super cool. And on the back there, get a little bit more texture as well. This has got lyrics and a lot of cool imagery right there. I'll show you the record real quick. Let's see, yeah, here we go. Here is side 1, and there is side 2. So the only song I knew on here was Black Celebration. Overall, I really enjoyed this album. I don't have a lot of albums by Depeche Mode, and they're very prolific, so it's kind of hard to keep track of all these records, but I really recommend checking this one out. It's super solid. If you've ever heard Depeche Mode, you know what you're getting into with this band, but still, great album. Now, I was shocked to find this next one. This is Elliot Smith's 2nd album. It's self-titled, from 1995. It's got Needle in the Hay, which, oh my gosh, I love that song. Really beautiful melancholy is his sort of vibe, I would say. And yeah, so I was stoked to find this, and for a very reasonable price. So thank you very much, Matt. And you have a lyric sheet. Looks handwritten too, which I like that touch. And let's show you the record itself. It's pretty heavyweight. I would probably say it's 180 gram. I can't even tell. Yeah, this is side 1, or side A, and there is side 2. This is the Postal Service with their one and only album from, gosh, what year was this? 2004 on Sub Pop. This brings me back to college. This got me through a lot of studying, late night study sessions. I love this album, and strangely enough, I never owned it before in any format. And to have it on vinyl is really special. And this is unopened, so I don't know what Matt's problem was. Maybe he had several copies of this, which wouldn't surprise me because he often does. But this is a later repressing. It's not the original pressing. There was several color variants. This is the black vinyl. What's cool is that it's got a two-sided poster as well as a second disc full of B-sides. So I haven't heard this yet, clearly because I haven't opened it yet. But for $10, I could not pass this up. So this was so cool. I can't wait to crack this thing open and listen to it for the first time on vinyl. So this next one is Lone Deer, Lone comma Deer. I'm not sure how to say the name for the longest time. Up until I bought this record, I thought it was Lonely Deer, lonely as in lonely. This is his, I think, 4th album, but it's the major label debut for him. And my goodness, I Am John was a single I downloaded legally, and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I still have it on my iTunes. So it was great to finally hear the whole record because I hadn't thought about it since, for like 10 years I haven't thought about this record. And to see that Matt had it was so great. It came with this lovely little insert here, just listing out the track names and legal stuff. Love that photography there too. And let's see, where is the record? Came in a nice poly-lined paper sleeve. Here is side A and side B. So up next we have Washed Out with his debut album titled Within and Without on Sub Pop from 2011. Oh my goodness, Washed Out, such a great band. I love that kind of shoegaze synth wave. I don't know what you would describe it. That's maybe how I described it. And I love this album. So I was very happy to see it was only $10. I'm like, yes, I am taking that. Thank you very much. This has a reliefed cover, which is also really nice. On the back there, you get some wrinkled up sheets after doing some fun times in the bedroom there. And what do we got? This is the inner sleeve. It's got a lovely picture. Maybe that's a cherry blossom tree. Not really sure. And on the back there, you get track listings and thank yous. I'll show you the record real quick. I was kind of surprised. This is on white vinyl. I was not expecting that. This is, I guess, side A. It just says this side, and there is that side. I think most of you probably know who Washed Out is, but if you don't, I really recommend checking him out if you're into sort of lo-fi, kind of dreamy soundscape, instrumental kind of music. Really good stuff. So now we're moving on to the $20 records. We're gonna start with Echo and the Bunnymen with their debut album, Crocodiles from 1980 on Shire Records. I really like Echo and the Bunnymen. They're kind of in the same vein as The Call. Of course, The Call wasn't as popular as them, but I think if you play them back to back, they have a very similar vibe. I was not familiar with this album whatsoever, but Echo and the Bunnymen, it was $20. I took a little bit of a chance, but I really enjoyed it. I would say maybe not start with this album, maybe start with one of their later albums. On the back there, you get another image. I love this photography. Came with a custom inner sleeve here with another photo of the band. And I'm not sure what that is. It could be lyrics or it could be just a poem. I don't know. Show you guys the record itself. This was actually in very good shape for as old as it is. Here is side 1 and there is side 2. So up next I have Arctic Monkeys with AM from 2013 on Domino Recording Company. So I've been meaning to pick up this record for a long time. I've recently gotten into the Arctic Monkeys and I've wanted to kind of go back and listen to where they came from because I really haven't dived into their album output until I checked out Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino, and I really like that album. This one, really good too. Very different, but very good. I think a lot of people who watch the channel would agree with that. I think this is one of their more popular records, along with their debut, or whatever it's called, Whatever You Say I Am, That's Not What I Am, or something like that. I forget the wording on that one. Love this picture of the band. I know on the back there you get the track listings and whatnot. And it came with a insert here, the lyrics, which I always appreciate. I'll show you guys the record real quick. It came in this nice polylined black paper sleeve. It's actually very clean. It's got a little bit of fingerprinting. Matt, pinching the records there, bro. We got side 1 here, and there is side 2. Love that label art there. So up next, I picked up the XX with I See You from 2017. This is their 3rd album on Young Turks Recordings. And this was a pick of the week. And I gave that album away, and I regretted not picking up a copy for myself. So when I saw this, I absolutely knew I had to have it. Love this album art. Look at that, just so striking on the back there. Very nice. It's got some fingerprints on here, so I'll probably have to use a nice microfiber cloth to kind of polish this up, but then we'll be good to go. Came in a really cool insert here, and on the inside, this is the coolest part. Look at that. Woo! It was one of those situations where you just were grabbing records, and because it was from Matt's collection, I wasn't too worried about condition, so I didn't realize this was the clear vinyl edition until I got home and I plugged it into my Discogs. But there you go. Really cool, man. I guess this was limited to 6,000 pressings. So this is side A, and there is side B. Last up, we have Tycho with his 2nd album, Dive, from 2011. This was one of those records that immediately jumped out at me, and I knew I had to get it. It was only $20, and it was in phenomenal shape. I mean, this thing is pristine. I can't believe Matt parted with it, but I really like this. This is definitely beautiful ambient instrumental music, luscious soundscapes. I highly recommend checking out Tycho if you haven't already. This is a classic album by now. It came with these lovely inner sleeves. Love this photography. The colors are just really, really nice. Get a sky, some mountains, and this really lovely, I don't even know what you call that, but I love the look of this design right there. So here is side A, side B, here is side C, and there's side D right there. So yeah, very happy to have this record in my collection now. And that was kind of the fun of it. A lot of these records were ones that I've been wanting for a long time, and I just haven't come across them for a good price, or I don't know, I get kind of caught up in writing for the show and buying records that I'm gonna be referencing in the episode that a lot of times I don't get to go shopping for records that I really love. And so that was a lot of the fun of the show, of the event, and also just to kind of see what Matt's into, because I've never actually got to sort of peruse his collection before, and just to see what he's into, what his tastes were, what he was letting go of, because that's a different thing too. It's like some of these are really great, but like he said, you only have so much time in a lifetime to listen to music, and you gotta let go of the things that you're not in love with. And so from one collector to another, I'm just happy to have these records, and it's a nice story. I will always remember where I got all of these records from. So thank you very much, Matt. So anyway, that will do it for this time around. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to let me know which of these were your favorites. Until then, I'm your Vinyl Geek, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hey everyone, thanks again for checking out this episode of Awesome Finds. Now if you want to see more, I put a playlist right there, as well as a video that YouTube will choose for me. If you like what you see, I put out new videos every Tuesday and sometimes Fridays.